Biafra, superstars, media.
My people now how on a day, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This is the Biafra Superstars Media. I present to you all a statement from the Deputy Prime Minister of Biafra, USB, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen.
People have the right to choose those that we govern them. That was exactly what BIAFRANS did in Finland. The people have a choice to decolonize themselves from those that are killing them. That is exactly what BIAFRANS are doing by the day, by the second, by the minute. It is the right of BIAFRANS to stop the mass murder, the massacre, the killing of indigenous Biafrans by the terrorist state of Nigeria. Everyone listening to me knows that Nigeria has been declared as the most dangerous country in the world for Christians to live.
Yes.
Biafrans are Christians. The three official religions: Christianity, Judaism, and tradition.
Yes, I agree.
It is in our constitution. Thank you so much, Honorable Christopher, for bringing that portion of our constitution acceptance by the Biafran people when we were in Latin Finland. And I was waiting to also see the EGM acceptance by Biafran people. I know maybe it's in another recording. The Nigerian state has been declared as a country of particular concern.
Yes.
What does that mean? This is a lawless country. This is a country where the leaders pick people, lock them up on end without trial for not committing any crime. This is a country where the leaders pick people who oppose their rule, throw them into the DSS dungeons, into the military barracks, into the police barracks, into different jails across Nigeria and in Biafra territory, lock them up, deny their family members, their mothers, their wives, their children access to their breadwinners. This is a country where the leaders pick people up, forcefully remove innocent Biafrans and lock them up in the Nigerian DSS dungeons, in the Nigerian military barracks. That is what Nigerian President Tinubu the legitimized governors like Charles Saludo, Peter Bagot, that is what they are doing on a constant basis. They attack our innocent Biafrans that are peacefully living in their homes,
yes,
in their quiet communities. Some of them have decided to relax in the bushes in Biafra land. The bushes behind their homes, it belongs to us. It belongs to Biafrans. It belongs to the citizens of Biafrans. They have a right to stay, to sleep, to abide wherever they sin, wherever they choose.
I agree.
This Ramadan,
wherever they choose to stay. It is our community. It is our right. Many Biafrans, they choose to relax in the bushes, in the forest, because it's cooling, it's natural. They have a right to go there. They have a right to stay there. They have a right to sleep there. It is their community. It is their land. No one has any right to disturb them there. But what Tinubu, the Nigerian state, the legitimized governors, the criminal, the integrated terrorists by the Nigerian government, what they do is to go to the bushes and disturb innocent Biafrans that are peacefully relaxing in the bushes. It is their right to stay wherever they want. It is the right of the Biafran people to live wherever, as long as it's in the 40 states of Biafra. A few days ago, we saw a Nigerian terrorist state headed by Tinubu send armed tanks to the peaceful community of Biafra territory.
Yes.
To bomb, to kill, to forcefully remove Biafrans from their environment. So at a war zone, Biafrans are at a war zone in the Nigerian state. But we are not going to go that part of Tinubu and Christopher Musa, Charles Saludo, or everybody said, come on, we are not going to go to that part which you seek. That part where you get paid that is okay for us to do that.
Okay.
We will protect our communities in the way and manner that suits us. It is not going to be your own way. That intimidation being carried out every day by the Nigerian state, by Christopher Musa, by the legitimized governments. This intimidation they carry out in the foreign state of Biafra every day. We will protect our people. I want to use this opportunity to let the world know. The United States of Biafra was declared on November 29, 2024.
Yes.
We have 40 states in Biafra land. We have 40 state governors with the commissioners that are currently actively working day and night to secure their people from the reintegrated terrorists brought into our land by the Nigerian state. Nigeria government has a standing policy to reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists into the country, into Nigeria. Shake them down to the Biafra territory in collusion with these delegitimized governors who Biafra people have rejected. They accept them into Biafra land by massive areas, acres of land, where they dump these reintegrated terrorists, pretending to be farmers, pretending to be herdsmen. They come in with their cows. They use diverted trucks to ship thousands of cows and all these mercenaries and the reintegrated terrorists into Biafra land.
Listen.
The legitimized governors and some chiefs in Biafra land collude with the Nigerian state to buy land, where they dump these mercenaries, pretending to be herdsmen. These are pure terrorists that were integrated by Tinubu and Christopher Musa and shipped to Biafra territory. In the day, they are herdsmen. At night, they move into Biafran homes, burning the homes, killing the people, raping the women, raping our children, destroying our farmlands. That is why we do not want any Fulani herdsmen in Biafra territory. As I speak, no Fulani herdsmen or their cow is allowed, is accepted in Biafra land, because these are the people that Tinubu and Christopher Musa use with the legitimized governors to kill our people at night.
Yes.
I have a lot of reports on my table where innocent Biafrans that went to their farms has been murdered by these Fulani herdsmen. We do not want any Fulani herdsmen on their cow in Biafra land. Anywhere they are safe in Biafra land, we will make them move. They must leave the community. Biafrans, you must make them leave that community.
Well said. Well said, Deputy Prime Minister.
I want to also use this opportunity to thank the United States of Biafra cabinet members as solid as they are doing the needful day and night to ensure that this beautiful nation was declared on November 29th in Finland. No one has paid. Working day and night. I thank you so much. Let's make a remembrance for you. Those that were relieved of their job because of one thing or the other nature, and they continue in their own way, to be loyal, 100% loyal to the leadership of the United States of Biafran government, and they continue to propagate for the full protection of Biafran land.
Listen.
I'll tell you to keep doing that. But whatever you are doing, it must be under the full direction order of the United States of Biafra cabinet, headed by my humble self. Any move, one move to deviate from the orders of the United States of Biafra government,
Listen. Listen. Pay attention.
Okay, everyone listening to me. If you've not known before, you need to know that the Nigeria state is a failed state. It's a failed state.
Listen.
Nigeria commits Christian genocide in different parts of that country. That has been confirmed.
Listen.
The Biafra Christian community does not want to cohabit with reintegrated terrorists. Anyone, any country, any organization, in any shape or form that have not considered this, you must be very, very sick.
Listen. Listen.
Anyone, any organization, any country that tries in any shape or form to tamper with the declaration of the independence of the United States of Biafran people, the 18 million Biafrans, anyone that tries to tamper with that declaration, son of a gun, I don't care. The United States of Biafran people must be allowed to build their peaceful nation devoid of reintegrated terrorists, which Nigerian government is planning every day to bring in our land, which our people continue to push them away to resist. It is our right to push them away. Anyone promoting one Nigeria, you are promoting terrorism in that part of the world.
Listen.
And you must stop. You must stop. Any country in the world selling any arms, any equipment, any gun, any bullet to the Nigerian state, you must stop. Because all those equipment, they end up in the hand of terrorists.
Yes. True.
They end up in the hand of the terrorists.
That's true.
Indigenous Nigerians, they don't join the Nigerian military and police anymore. They have mass reservation. That is why Nigeria continues to reintegrate with non-terrorists, because they do not have indigenous Nigerians in their military and the police. So what do? They reintegrate these terrorists, rehabilitate them. The Nigerian state, Christopher Musa has shown the world, it's on social media, how they reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists. They try to sort them out based on those that commit heavy crime and those that do not commit heavy crime. Then some of them are now reintegrated into the Nigerian communities. Christopher Musa said it, the former Nigerian Defense Secretary, and it's on social media.
Listen.
And then what happens? When the terrorists are integrated into the peaceful indigenous Nigerian communities, they start attacking the indigenous. So when they start attacking the indigenous, the Nigerian government comes about and supports those terrorists because they have recruited them into the military and the police. That's why they support them. They don't support the indigenous. They support them because they are in the military, in the police and the security.
Listen.
They recruit them into the Nigerian military and police. So that's why the indigenous can die. Because the Nigerian government supports the reintegrated terrorists that they have hired into the military and the police.
Listen.
Those are the ones they support. So those arms that are shipped from abroad, all those countries abroad that sell any gun to Nigeria, you know where it's ending up. It's ending up in the hand of the terrorists. That is why the Christian genocide in Nigeria can never stop. The mass murder of Christians, children, women can never stop in Nigeria. The forceful removal of indigenous Biafrans, which has been reported by Amnesty International, so many workers can never stop. The only solution is the outright dissolution of the Nigerian state. And I'm not calling an international body to just come in and dissolve. It doesn't just work that way. But I am coming to support the United States of Biafra people, the indigenous 18 million Biafrans that have already declared their independence. I'm also coming to support the indigenous Nigerians, the Oduduwas, the Arawas that are crying every day, that are dying every day in the hands of these terrorists that are brought into Nigeria by Tinubu, Christopher Musa, people like Charles Oludo, and the politicians.
Yes.
We must support those individuals. Nigeria must crumble for lives to be saved. Nigeria must be dissolved for people to live. That is why the absolute dissolution of that entity called Nigeria must happen for people to live. So I'm using this opportunity to call all, again, I thank all our international allies that are already working with us towards this focus, and I'm also calling others that are not fully aware, that have not been informed in the past, to join and support the United States of Biafra. We have our mission heads all over the world, and when they come to your offices, please give them the attention they need to ensure that this job we are doing becomes very easy and fast, so that Biafra scattered all over the world can quickly, safely go back to their homes, to their motherlands, and start rebuilding their community, start rebuilding this our beautiful nation. I want to thank the 40 state governors and the commissioners for what they do. I thank the mission heads and the stakeholders. I also want to thank the vision and the squad of the United States of Biafra that are working day and night to ensure that the Reintegrated terrorists brought into our community and in Nigeria state. They have no breathing space. We belong in them any breathing space, any breathing space. They must be here before the state of Biafra.
Well said.
I want to use this opportunity to thank our allies, our legal advisors that are guiding us by the Senate, by the day. Thank you so much for what you do behind the scene. We truly appreciate them for what they do for us. Thank our lobbies, different parts of the world, doing the needful to ensure that the freedom which we already got is fully protected as quickly as possible.
Listen.
All thanks to the United States of the family, patient and his good. Thank you all for what you do for standing your ground. Thank you for working with the United States of the government day and night, putting in your time, your energy, your resources to support this beautiful new nation that we've got. Thank you for not listening to people that distract the government. For example, those that said that we are calling off the Monday sit at home, which was a genuine referendum on its own. The Monday sit at home is a referendum on its own. It is the power of the people. Everything is not about God. When we try to confront the Nigerian state with just peaceful march on the street, like innocent Biafrans that march on the streets of Aba in headbeaters at Ekpa, Tinubu and the Nigerian state, they said these reintegrated terrorists with machine guns to kill on our lives, innocent Biafrans. They were just genuinely marching on the streets.
Yes.
They killed them. They have a march. We saw over 50 innocent male, young Biafran males that were worn down by the Nigerian state. They were not carrying guns. They were just marching for the release of our leader, Ngozi Nnamdi Kanu. That was all that we are doing.
There's more.
And the Nigerian state ordered their military to go and kill many of them. They shot them from close range. It's all on social media. It was captured by the world.
Yes.
They killed them for nothing. Just because they were marching. The same thing happened when the Nigerian state sent the military to go to war when innocent Biafrans were just marching on the street with no arms. They were just marching for this Biafra that we've gotten, this new nation that we secured, that they want to have their own nation. Nigerian state murdered over 200 innocent Biafrans were murdered on the streets of war. They did not commit any crime.
Yes.
They were not armed. Tinubu ordered for men with Buhari to kill these people, these Muslims that are committing mass genocide in Nigeria. They ordered for this Christian Biafrans to be murdered.
Listen.
They had me judge. Innocent genuine Biafrans were just there. They were just marching to remember our heroes are heroistic. The Nigerian state ordered in the military to go and massacre over 100 innocent young girls and people were murdered on close range with guns by the Nigerian state. They didn't commit any crime.
Listen.
At our Ngozi Nnamdi Kanu's house, innocent Biafrans just gathered in his house just to be with him, just to be happy in their quiet community. Their leader came back and they just want to be with him. The Nigerian state ordered the Nigerian military to go into the home and murder everything that was in the house. Over 50 innocent Biafrans were murdered in that compound.
Hey, God have mercy.
Dogs were killed.
Nigeria.
By Tinubu and the Nigerian state.
Nigeria.
They were unarmed. They didn't commit any crime.
Hey.
That was when Ngozi Nnamdi Kanu escaped. He escaped that day. They would have killed him there. And that is what Nigerian state was saying. Nnamdi Kanu escaped. He was granted bail and he fled bail. That is what the criminal states of Nigeria and people that work with them. That is the narrative they forcefully sent out to the public.
The satanic Nigerian zoo dirty gutter media. They said he jumped bail. I'm sorry for stopping you, my Deputy Prime Minister. I'm sorry. But the satanic Yoruba media, the God-forsaken dirty gutter media, controlled by the caliphate. They said Nnamdi Kanu's jump bail at a time when the Fulani cabal sent in their Boko Haram dressed in Nigerian military uniform. They sent them to the home of Nnamdi Kanu to kill him. In the process, like you said, people were killed in that house. Not 10, not 20, not 30. More than souls were mauled to the ground. Even the dog of Nnamdi Kanu was not spared. Yet, the Yoruba God-forsaken dirty gutter media, they said no. Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. Why did they run? He jumped bail. Blame it on Nnamdi Kanu. He jumped bail. No news was broken about the killings of Nnamdi Kanu in his home. Not the satanic media spoke about it. Hence, to today, the chicken has come home to roost. We see what is happening in Kwara State. We see what is happening in Kogi, Oyo, Ondo. Just 2 days ago, a king in Ondo was killed. Some terrorists came to catch him, to kidnap him. He said no. They shot him, guns and bullets. It didn't penetrate him. He refused. He resisted going with them into the bushes. So when they saw that the bullet could not penetrate him, they used the head of their guns to bust his head into the white meat. And he died from his injury. The chicken has come home to roost. The sins of the father has been met upon the sons and children. But I'll digress. I'll continue my analysis at the end of this great speech by our Deputy Prime Minister. I'm angry, but let me fall back and let's continue.
Now they can't run away. When Nigerian government entered his house and murdered over 50 innocent Biafrans that committed no crime, they were just in the house. Nnamdi must run away for his dear life. Who will not run away for his dear life? But the Nigerian criminal state said that Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. He escaped for his dear life. And these are the kind of lies that Tinubu, Christopher Musa, Soludo, Oti, Mbako, Solima, and the Nigerian legitimate powers and their politicians. These are the kind of lies they spread everywhere they go. But thank God for social media and the world have now realized that the Nigerian state is the real terrorist, is the real criminal state that must be collapsed for people to live. This is very, very serious. And those of you that think we are joking, you are not. Thousands of innocent Biafrans have been murdered by Tinubu, Christopher Musa, and the Nigerian state. And they still do it as we speak. They send their almost tanks to the violent neighborhoods of the Biafra territory with their agents, with the one they call Kijebe, with the or whatever. These are the agents of the Nigerian state. The Imam, the Benjamin Wangugu, the Chinas Awogu, all these criminals work for the Nigerian legitimate governments.
I want to put it to you all as well that Ijele has been a member of the DSS for a long time. You will notice I've never spoken about that man for a long time because I know who he is. He has been a member of the DSS long time ago. He was a spy, pretending to be part of the IPOB movement when Nnamdi Kanu was here. As we know, there are so many spies in the movement. There are spies in the government. So I'm telling you all now, do not mistake what he's doing or his actions or inactions. Ijele has been a member of the DSS long time ago. And today he's doing exactly what he was assigned to do. We saw him in the bushes, carrying guns and camera, showing Nigerian military the road, the hideouts, the terrain in Biafra land. Some of you were shocked, wondering what's he doing there. You all called him a social media blogger. No. Ijele is a DSS member From what I was told, he was sent to pretend to be an IPOB member during the time of Nnamdi Kanu. He was one of those who pretended to be part of the movement with Nnamdi Kanu in IPOB. Long time ago. That was the assignment they gave to him long time ago. And now, he's back doing his job for the Fulani cabal. He is a member of the DSS. But let's continue.
They come into our communities to kill Biafrans. Nigeria state pays them to come into our communities to kill innocent Biafrans that are in their homes, in their bushes, in their lands, in their quiet communities. They use them. They pay them to distract and disrupt the full restoration of the United States of Biafra. But I tell them, it's not normal. We will use everything legal in our power to stop them. The Biafra people have spoken. They do not want to cohabit with a country that reintegrates and rehabilitates non-terrorists that recruits them into their military and police. We do not want to be part of that system. That was why we exited Nigeria on November 29, 2024. No one, no nation, no individual should tamper with this right of the people. The more they sit at home is a form of self-referendum. Again, I want to correct those who think that the more they sit at home is about an individual. The more they sit at home has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. The more they sit at home has nothing to do with the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. The more they sit at home has nothing to do with my humble self, Dr. Orabueze. The more they sit at home is the collective wish of the people, the 18 million Biafrans that wish to start rebuilding their own nation. The more they sit at home is a referendum. For those of you that are trying to deceive some people about when they sit at home, it is a form of referendum which has supported the Biafra people to reject the Nigerian state. So anyone, any individual trying to tell Biafrans to stop the Monday sit at home is an agent of the Nigerian state and will be treated as such, no matter what you are. It is a wish of the people. And the United States of Biafra government now, the representative of the 80 million indigenous people of Biafra, the indigenous people of Biafra, the 80 million indigenous people of Biafra, is currently being represented by the United States of Biafra government led by Marcel. The indigenous people of Biafra is not Indigenous People of Biafra Association or Indigenous People of Biafra Organization. The IPOB, the one led by Chinasa Ward, Benjamin, these criminals that are working with the Nigerian state. There is a difference between the indigenous people of Biafra, the 80 million of us, and the indigenous people of Biafra organization. So everyone that is interested in the lives of Biafra people, in helping us to build our new nation, which was declared on November 29, 2024 in Finland, the only IPOB you must encounter what we're talking about is the IPOB under my humble self, the President, which is the indigenous people of Biafra, who gathered in Finland to declare their independence, not the IPOB organization. I want everyone to be very clear about that. Do not be deceived. What those IPOB organizations are doing now is trying to make it look as if they are the ones that are IPOB people. No, they are not. The IPOB organization has been hijacked by the Nigerian DSS. Any information that comes out from IPOB association or IPOB organization is not only fraudulent, it is criminal, and it never ever represents the 80 million Biafran people. I want to use this opportunity also to thank our Prime Minister, His Excellency,
Listen.
Thank you so much for what you do for Biafrans. You are the reason differences. Remember you every day. Parents always send their love to you in heart. For that which you see, Lord, that. Okay. This past few days, dear friends, we've witnessed some of these elements, criminal elements, planted here and there by the Nigerian state to destroy one way or another. But we're very, very happy that they are coming. Table is coming, Nigerian state is coming. What about the videos and they hire here and there at their friends? They also come, they are climbing. Therefore, do not be moved. These are a bunch of lies and deceits. They thrive in lies and deceits. That's all they know how to do. That's all they know how to do.
Listen.
They come with different types of lies. Every now and then, we want to let them know that which they know they You just have to continue to be focused, to build our wonderful nation. They are the least of our problems. They can go on the internet and write all nonsense they want to write. They can say that Dr. Orabueze is working for the Nigerian state. He's a Fulani woman. Dr. Orabueze is like a Nigerian politician. She's showing her vehicles. She's showing her cars. Blah, 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 blah. It is called public accountability. It's important that you now see those cars now. So that we don't say that it's because Dr. Orabueze is the president of the United States of Biafra. That is how she now acquire all these bits of vehicles. So you better see it now. It is a requirement for the United States of Biafra government officials. Eventually we will do that.
Well said.
We'll be doing that.
Well said.
It's called public record, public accountability. So those of you that are jumping from one forum to the other to be begging Biafrans money, begging to have a position, begging to be secretary of the United States of Biafra, what. So those of you that are begging, you also need to go and let Biafrans know your capacity, what you have.
What a day. The main thing is, ask for what you can give to Biafra, not what you can get from Biafra. So she has a very good point there. I would love it when those who are coming to the movement, they are financially independent. I repeat, those coming to the movement, they should be financially independent. It means money is not the problem. As the saying goes, money makes a man powerful, and power can also beget money. So what do you want? Do you want somebody who is already powerful, who has influence, to come into government and support with their influence? Yes, there'll be money involved, but at least they already have the foundation. On the other hand, where they say power brings, or power begets money or wealth, some people, they want to get into authorities in order to amass wealth, to make money. As you see in Nigeria, that satanic Islamic country, everybody wants to be in politics. They spend in order to steal the public resource. And also in that so-called Nigeria, their IQ is very, very low because they are less than humans. Nigerians, those that believe in Nigeria, they are less than humans. They are animals. They are 1/3 of humans. That's why they see those politicians and they make them gods on earth. A politician is a public servant, but to the Nigerians, they worship them, they bow down to them, they have made them their gods. They go into tribalism for their politicians. They kill, maim, destroy for their politicians. They give their women, their children, their daughters to be raped by those politicians. They have made their politicians gods on earth. They don't hold to account their politicians. To them, their politicians can do no wrong. They are above the law. So that's the problem. While they steal the wealth, the public wealth, those animals that call themselves Nigerians, slaves, will be there worshiping them, praising them, singing songs of adoration, Emi Loko, and those kind of nonsense. So I agree with this point that our doctor has made, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, where she said, it is good to show what you already have, your accomplishments, before going into a public proposition, especially being that Biafra is a nascent country, the rebirth of a nation. We don't want those who will come there and next thing, they are building hotels and all this nonsense. We've seen it happen. We don't want that. So when I saw the video of her, in Finland showing her cars, well, I feel that's good because we need to know that money is not her problem. She's, she has her own business going for her. Please, that should be the yardstick going forward. We don't want hungry, dirty-looking animals who see freedom fighting as a means of making money. Even those in the media, all they want to do is gossip and fight themselves. Those who call themselves the media warriors, those who claim they are independent media personnel. I came with that phrase, independent media. I came with that lexicon into this movement. And now every Tom, Dick, and Harry is using that name, independent media. But when you watch what they are doing, all they do is gossip, clickbait, and nonsense online. You guys, you have let us down. You have let the government down. You have let Simon Ekpa down. You've let Nnamdi Kanu down. And I hope you will not let Dr. Ngozi Orabueze down. So please, madam, ride on. I'm with you on that point.
Your capacity, what you have. Not when we give you position. You are riding 1 hour to your work. Tomorrow you'll be fleeting around with 100 of vehicles. It's not public accountability. So those of you that are seeing those in a bad light, I want you to go and show BIAFRANS your own. Because you're seeking to get a job in the United States of Biafra government. Go and tell people, show them what you have. This is just one portion that some of you have seen. And you're all everywhere crying. Some of you are just almost hugging transformers. These are just cars. When we talk about the homes and all that in different places, I know that some of you will leave Biafra and run away. So Biafrans, do not be moved by those mistakes. Do not be moved by those lies. Those posts are made for a particular people. And thank God they started doing that which we want them to do, which Biafrans want them to do. Do not believe anything that comes from these people. They are just bunch of liars and deceits and distractors. But we will continue to deal with them. I'm telling you. We will continue that. They ain't seen nothing yet. What do they have? Just a little bit more. And they shake everyone. They ain't seen nothing. They ain't seen nothing yet. That is why it's important to make sure we flush out mediocres from the United States of Biafra restoration leadership. The earlier we move them out, and then they'll start thinking of where they belong to. Then now we help them in the way they talk, in the things they do. At least at their quiet moment, they will not say that we'll pass them. Whether they like it or not, we're not begging them. But when they come out to lie to Biafran people, to be misinforming Biafrans, to be saying things that are not true, just to hurt those, although they say it, they always go and attack those who are better than them, who are doing better work than them. That is exactly what they all do. They all do. That some of us are being quiet doesn't mean we don't know how to do. We don't know what to do. We don't know what is the place. But because we are more focused on building our new nation of Biafra. That's why we ignore these reflects. And we see them all over social media. They can noise, talking, doing. But thank God, I believe I've had a little movie out my head. Some of them, when I get checked on very, very well. And they get like that every now and then. They have nothing to offer except to derail this freedom which will not make Biafrans. It will not give them a single space. Don't give them. The time has come when people want to use the freedom and the restoration of Biafra as business as usual. You collect money from innocent Biafrans and use it to go and build your hotels in Biafra land and establish your business and travel abroad. No, the time has come. You can't do that to any Biafrans. Every time, every day that enters into the United States of Biafra covers is used in building our new nation.
Yes.
All of them crying is because nothing is entering their course anymore. Their criminality has been blocked. Busted and blocked. That's why you see them crying. Some of them are looking like wretched on the earth. These are people that want to bring Biafra. These are people that are talking about Biafra restoration. You couldn't be first. Enjoy Biafra freedom. Many of them use Biafra freedom as businesses. Some of them are still using it now. That is why there will be no space for anyone, because these are innocent blood. These are people's blood. Lives have been wasted in Biafra restoration. You think you are going into the United States of Biafra freedom, 80 million freedom process for Biafra, and you think you are coming here to collect money from people to go and be doing business. You need to do for another business. Zero space for you. Until we restore our nation, until we get our allies, until we start using and printing our agenda, then we start paying people salaries that are due to the job they have. Like I said, and I'll break Biafra, every little child of Biafra deserves a minimum of $50 a month on their private coffers. And I'll make sure that happens because we have the natural resources to pull this well.
Yes.
We have the man-made resources. We have the human capacity to build these resources. But until we get there, you cannot use Biafran money. The donations by Biafrans to build our motherland, you cannot use that to do any business outside. That is why we have one of the best secretaries of finance in the whole world that grasps the numbers by the seconds, by the days, by the minutes.
Yes. Well said. So
if you think you are coming together to complete that hotel you are building in Biafra land, or to start that business you are doing in Biafra land, you need to stop it. Unless I don't get you, unless I don't hear that. Must stop immediately. Because here we go. And $1 contributed by Biafra is blood money.
Blood money.
And must use it to where it's needed, which is rebuilding our nation, which has been damaged by the terrorist state of Nigeria.
Blood money. Any money we donate is seen as a blood money. Is there in your Bible the widow's mite? The widow lost her husband, and the last she had, she gave. Blood money. When we donate to the land of Biafra for our freedom, for the men on ground to use to protect the land of Biafra, it is blood money. Anybody who steals from it, anybody who loots it, anybody who diverts the fund for personal goods, building hotelier. We heard those names, those words from Nnamdi Kanu way back, of some Tom, Dick, and Harry's building hotels in the name of Biafra. I won't mention no names here. I won't. But we've seen it happen. Blood money. Ego obra. Blood money is what these guys are siphoning. You think it's easy for somebody in the Western world or in Africa to donate money for their freedom and their liberation? The widow's mite. The money they made walking and toiling in the snow, in the winter, in the autumn, spring, working night and day, graveyard shifts from sun up to sundown, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Do you know what it means when somebody is working from sun up to sundown in the Western world? From 6 a.m. they are taking train, taking the tram, taking the bus, going to work, toiling in a factory, in a warehouse. And 6 p.m. they take their bus, getting back home. They are tired, they are hungry. They've been on their feet for 12 hours. And on the weekend, they donate that money for the freedom of their people, their liberation, in hopes that one day they will come back home to the land of Biafra and experience freedom. And some of you animals are there looting the money. You are building hotel. You are building hospitalities. You are being selfish. You are siphoning the money. May the blood of the dead chase you all. Your children, your children's children. They will never enter the land of Biafra. Those of you who have stolen the Biafra money, if you are wise, start to donate it back to the movement. If not, the curse of Moses shall befall you all. Yes, Moses was a good man, but at the end, he did not see the promised land. Most of you will not see the promised land of Biafra. Those of you who have been stealing the money, if you are wise, start to donate the money back now. Start to repay your restitution. I don't care how long it takes you. Start to pay it back, because that is blood money. You guys, man, you disgust me. You disgust me with a passion. But let's continue.
Thousands of innocent Biafrans that are locked up in different jails across Nigeria and Biafra. And I'm using this opportunity to call on the Nigerian state and the legitimized governors to release every single Biafran you are holding in captivity. Release them. Release them. Release them. Release them. We will defend them from you if you don't release them. We will defend them from your colonization and captivity, suppression and oppression. We will be the mouth for them. We will stand for them against you if you don't release them. Again, I want to pass a clear message from our leader to Biafrans. If you are genuinely fighting for Biafrans, leave your fellow Biafrans alone, especially those that are doing things better than you. They are not your problem. That are doing things better than you. They are not your problem. Confront the Nigerian state that are killing us. Confront the legitimized governors that are taking away our innocent Biafrans, locking them up in jails across the land. Those should be your target. We have a clear target. We have our clear enemies, which is the Nigerian state that integrates non-terrorists into our land. We have the legitimized governors that are bringing in these reintegrated terrorists, giving them land in Biafra territory to be killing our people every day. These are our clear enemies. So if you want, or if you're part of this restoration process, you must face those people.
Yes.
Leave your fellow Biafrans alone.
Yes, 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 and yes. Thank you, Dr. Ngozi, for saying this. Thank you so much. This goes out to all those guys who are out there saying they are freedom fighters, they're in the media warrior, or they are independent media warriors. Please, we must keep our eyes on the rising sun, on the target. I keep saying it. The days of attacking ourselves, those days are gone now. We must be mature in what we are doing. We already have this nation. We have redeclared Biafra. So the days of fighting over petty things, those days are gone. Focus on the enemy. I don't want to call names out, but please start focusing on the enemy. We are not on this thing to make more money. I know when we call people's names, some names, they are buzzwords. We make some, some more earnings or views from those people. But please, these people are miscreants. Somebody who could not read or write in English, stop wasting people's time discussing that person. You are making it seem like a caricature. Leave those things apart and focus on the enemies. Focus on those coming to Islamize us. Focus on those coming to take over our land. Focus on those who kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, and at the same time, through their courts, he was given life imprisonment. Focus on those who sent him to Sokoto. Focus on those who made sure Simon Ekpa was jailed in Finland. Focus on those who went to Finland to lie in the name of Simon Ekpa. Focus on those who were behind the killings, atrocities happening in land of Biafra. I have to say this in the public, please. It is time we let go this joke of a thing that we do. It is time to face the real enemies. I'm tired of going to this guy's platform and every day all you do is preach about one same woman in France that cannot even read or write. It is enough. Focus on the real thing that we are here to do. Unless your plan is to come in here and just make some money, make views. But you add no value in this movement. I'm tired. It is embarrassing. Focus on the job at hand. If not, walk away. We don't need those that will not add value to the movement. I'm really pissed off, but I will respect our DPM and I will just stay calm. But I am angry and seeing these miscreants that they're coming here, all they do night and day, week in and week out, day in and day out. They treat one same topic. An illiterate in France, a woman who is an illiterate in France. Our people are busy wasting our time discussing her every day. And you think you are bringing value to what we do here. Where are your videos exposing the Nigerian government? Where are your videos exposing the Fulani? Where are your videos exposing the Yorubas for what they are doing to us? Where are your videos exposing how the Tinubu government, they gave Igboho a free hand to come in? They wiped his names off from the most wanted list. A man who we saw with guns in the land of that so-called Nigeria. Where are your videos exposing that? Where are your videos exposing what is happening when it comes to the Christian genocide in Nigeria? Where are your videos discussing what the good job of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze? Where are your videos speaking to Finland, advocating for the freedom of Ekpa? No. All you animals do day in and day out is preaching about a riffraff in France. You have turned this movement into a caricature. You are cracking jokes. You have turned this movement into a caricature now. Everybody just messing about. And you expect someone like me to respect you guys. Every day you turn in. Let us discuss Adadioramma. Every day. Let us discuss Adadioramma. Every day. You are wasting your time. In fact, you are wasting our time to discuss a non-entity. Well, I'm glad our DPM she has mentioned it now. So please, going forward, no more distractions. If you are scared to speak the truth about what is happening to us in that zoo called Nigeria, then back away, back off. We don't need you. There are so many topics to deal with. There is so much to deal with, but you animals. I ask myself, where are the media warriors in the time of Simon Ekpa? Where are they now? They've run away. Okay, let me just fall back and calm down. Let's continue, please.
Dr. Orabueze is not your problem. I'm here to solve problems. But those of you that think that Orabueze is your problem, you will be seeing Dr. Orabueze. So leave your fellow Biafrans alone. It's a specific instruction. Leave fellow Biafrans alone. Focus on our common ends. All of you listening to me know more our common ends. You know what they do. You know how they kidnap our people. You know how they arrest our people. You know how they want our homes. You know the things they do. You see some of them already preventing the terrorist FDC and PDP party in Biafra territory. APC and PDP political party of the Nigerian state has been officially declared as a terrorist organization by a federal court in Canada, by a Canadian court. And some Biafrans will come to Biafra land and be flaunting this terrorist party in Biafra land. And you think you will go free to bring in that terrorism inside Biafra territory.
Can you imagine?
Nigeria has been declared as a country of particular concern, and some of you will be in Biafra territory. Talking about Nigeria. You must stop. You must stop. I'm calling on everything Nigeria state to exit Biafra land. Leave the foreign state of Biafra land. We are an independent nation. We are a sovereign nation. Nigeria is currently forcefully, illegally occupying Biafra land. And the Biafra people will use everything, every means legally allowed to defend our land and our people.
YouTube Premium is
I think that's it all from today. I want to let their fans know that only government at this time that is protecting Biafra people is the United States of Biafra. Our allies, our international allies, the document of the United States of Biafra is over 200 country leaders in their temples as we speak, and we will continue to reinforce those documents which we already submitted. Continue to follow up. The lobby and legal department as what they are doing, and they will continue to follow up on that to ensure that very soon, have a combination of countries. Thank you so much, family, and on that note, I'm ready to
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is a woman we appreciate, a woman we love, a woman at a time of like this. She has shown her mettle. She has shown that she's someone that we can reckon with. Fellow Biafrans, what else can I say after this? You know, she's hit all the key points in this analysis. Just to add to what she said, you know, I'm angry sometimes when I see our so-called media warriors acting like children. I understand, yes, on YouTube, they pay some money. I understand the views, the higher the views, the more money you make. I understand there is dignity in labor. When you do a video, you expect to make some money. I understand those things. Yes, I understand. But at the same time, please, add value to what you are doing. That's all I'm saying. Add value to what we are doing. We need to add value because the days are just coming out, and I've watched some of you guys throughout this whole year. Your topic has been just one person. Adadioramma, one shoncha. Every day, and I'm asking myself, what are you guys adding to this movement? Why don't you spin it around and discuss Dr. Ngozi Orabueze every day? Discuss her tweets every day. If you are not vast, I understand some of you are not vast enough. Intellectually, you guys may not be vast enough to discuss different topics. I understand. You are all not like me. I can discuss anything around the hood. In fact, any topic you bring to me, I will smash it. I understand that. But please, add value to what we are doing here. And to grow your platform, the best way, stop discussing with the crowd or the choir. You are discussing with the same crowd, with the same church members. You will not grow beyond that if you are discussing with the same crowd. What do I mean? If you are discussing Adadioramma and you know she speaks in Igbo, so it means only those who hear Igbo will be following your video, your platform. You'll be having the same views. You will not grow your platform. You will not expand the scope of your platform because you are discussing the same topic. So it means the same crowd, the same viewers will be coming to listen to what you are saying. It means now you are talking to the crowd. He's like a pastor who is very, very good, but all he does is preach in the same church every day. Then you are just talking to the same congregation. That's not how it's done. Yeah? Sometimes look at what's happening in Nigeria, the Zoom media. You see me, so sometimes I will bring the perspective from the Zoom media and challenge them intellectually on what they are saying. That way, you are reaching out, you are branching out to other sectors, other segments, different audience. Those that believe in Nigeria, they will hear your voice and they will you will drag them in. That way you are growing your platform. If you want to make money, that's the way you make money, but not just, focusing on the same thing. For the past 2-3 months, you've been discussing one person. That person has no value in what we are doing. She's a clown, she's a jester, she's just a joke of herself. So why are you guys wasting your time discussing one same person? She's not on our level. You can't even compare to the job Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is doing. I've said it here, we must respect and protect the structure of Simon Ekpa. So why are you guys wasting your time on one person? Spread out. Go on the tweet. Discuss the tweet from Congressman Rep. Riley Moore. Discuss the tweet from Senator Ted Cruz. Discuss the tweet from our good friend now, Mike Arnold. Discuss the tweet from Trump. Discuss things. When you see things happening, discuss it and draw the similarities. That's what we are saying. Don't just, it's like you keep on repeating, and I'm not happy with this, because you guys that came in and you claim to be independent media, and you are tarnishing the reputation of an independent media. That's not how it's done. If you don't know what to say, go and play the videos of Rose. He's doing a marvelous job. Play his video and discuss his video. Every day, a brother like Rose, he brings up new topics. Every day. Go and listen to him. Learn. Allow him to mentor you on how to do these things on social media. You guys must bring value to the table. Of what purpose? If I'm a businessman and all you are doing is you are not trying to spread the business, you're not trying to reach out to other clients, then you are not adding value to my business. You ain't adding value to this movement. We have redeclared our country, and you are still wasting your time on a riffraff who cannot read or write from France. Hello? Are you stupid? Yes, sometimes you can do it just for joke or laughter. I understand, sometimes, but not all the time. I'm not happy about that. I'm not. So I just want to say, a big thanks to our Deputy Prime Minister, Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. I appreciate what you've said in this broadcast. And I hope going forward, I pray that those in the media will start doing what is right. If you're in the media, in the government, or if you're an independent media, start doing what is right and start acting like a media person. Please. I'm begging you guys. Because there is so much happening. So much happening in Biafra land and in Nigeria that the whole world must hear about. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. No more talk.
Yeah, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We're going back to the land.